welcome back to We're Talking episode 2. We are not in Toronto. We are not in Gotham City this time.
No.
We're in the calmer Gotham City. Barry, back at home for the Super Bowl. Yep. In the garage, got some pretty cool memorabilia behind us. Just collections from the fam over the years, but yeah, welcome back. Today, I'm Jacob Cullen, if you don't remember.
And I'm Ben Rosell.
And today we're going to be talking about NBA trade deadline. What else, Ben? What else are we going to talk about?
We're going to be talking about last week, how we predicted the NFL awards. We're going to see who won, see if we got them right, wrong, whatever. And we're going to be talking about the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl! It's a day from now because we are recording a little late. Recording on
Sorry,
Saturday.
everybody.
Sorry,
there was technical difficulties and all that, but
yeah, battery died. My fault.
yeah, we're here now.
We are back. So we're gonna talk about the NBA trade deadline first. I think that
Sounds
was pretty recent, pretty interesting. A lot of people saying this is like the worst NBA trade deadline in history.
Yeah.
But I feel like we hear that every year.
Yeah, I feel like the trade deadline is just full of like a few meh trades. And then sometimes there's like one, whoa!
Yeah, well, a lot of people were like, I saw like rumors about LeBron getting traded to the Knicks, and I'm like, let's be real.
That's not going to happen.
Not going to happen in a million years.
I thought maybe Jimmy Butler.
No, I thought the Heat were going to be a little bit more active.
But,
but
that was like it.
Yeah, but we had some interesting trades. Just honestly, just like the good teams kind of getting a little bit better.
Yeah.
And then the worst teams selling. Right? Like, there's a lot of buying and selling of just kind of, like, not big players, but just kind of key pieces for each team to just maybe get better, maybe get worse.
Yeah.
First trade let's talk about, the Boston Celtics getting Xavier Tillman.
Yep.
I like this trade a lot. The Grizzlies also got Lamar Stevens and 2 second-round picks. Like, it's not bad for Xavier Tillman. I think he's going to be a good piece on that Celtics team, adding another forward to their depth. And Lamar Stevens, he's aight. So Grizzlies are getting kind of a decent exchange.
I feel like the Grizzlies should have asked for more.
Low-key.
I mean, I guess seconds, but I feel like he's a young talent. I feel like you could have gotten a bit more out of that.
Yeah.
Personally, but I don't know.
We're not GMs.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Clearly. What else happened? Raptors got a little bit better. Had a stupid trade, but we'll get to that later. But the Raptors got Kelly Olynyk from the Jazz.
Yep. Getting
it back, another Canadian guy. What do you think about that, Ben?
I like Kelly Olynyk. I've liked Kelly Olynyk for a while, partially just because he's Canadian.
Yeah.
He also just looks. He's got a look on him.
I love his flow.
He's got
flow.
Yeah, he looks interesting, and he's a pretty good player. I mean, he's always been like a solid player.
Yeah, he's a solid. It's like, I don't know if he's gonna start. Probably not. He'll be come off the bench, I'm assuming.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, I think the Raptors had their game last night. Didn't watch it, but I think it was a good piece for the Raptors. I mean, I think honestly the management's just trying to get the season over with.
Yeah.
Like, I think we just we traded everybody, which should have happened last year, but didn't. And I think now we're kind of regretting it, and we're just kind of cleaning house.
Should have traded some more players, but
yeah. Get rid of Otto Porter Jr. He wasn't really doing much. He was kind of injured all of last year, and then Kira Lewis never really saw them play, so can't really say much. What I don't understand about this trade though is getting rid of a first rounder.
It's literally exactly what we did for Jakob Poeltl last year.
I like
getting rid of. I saw this meme and it was like, when I'm in a trade a white center for a first round pick and my opponent is Masai Ujiri.
I just I don't know. It doesn't really make sense. Like, I understand it's like the worst of our picks that year, right?
Yeah. So it'll end up being our worst 30.
Yeah, but still, like, Jokic was taken in the second round. Like, obviously, we probably wouldn't get like a Jokic out of that draft, but you never know. Yeah. There's a lot of Europeans in this draft. Like, everyone's saying it's going to be a weak draft class, but we really don't know who's going to come out of it.
You never know.
Like, so that pick could turn into something good. Let's hope not for the Raptors' sake.
Yeah.
But overall, I don't know. I'd probably give this trade like a B for the Raptors.
For the Raptors, I'd say that's... Yeah, I'd say it's a B just because...
Maybe a B minus.
Maybe B plus even.
Yeah.
Just because, like, I feel like we got better now, obviously, you're going to need to re-sign Kelly Olynyk.
Yeah.
Which is, hopefully won't give him a bad contract like we did Jakob Poeltl. But anyways.
Yep.
But I think it was decent because we got rid of, pretty much just role players and, a bad pick. So I'm fine with that.
Yeah, it was all right. 76ers had a really good 3-point shooter, Buddy Hield.
Yep.
Low-key, I've been wanting the Raptors to get this guy for years.
Yeah.
We've always been in trade talks, and he goes to one of our rivals. I'm not happy about this as a Raptors fan, but as a basketball fan, the Sixers just got better.
Yeah.
In my mind, I don't know Buddy Hield's contract. I can actually look that up real quick. But in my mind, I don't know. The Sixers, you lost Joel Embiid.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're going that far without Joel Embiid in the playoffs.
Isn't he? He's out for... He'll come back, though, won't he? He's not out for the season, I don't think.
Is he not?
No, I think he'll be back, around playoff time.
Okay, then that's not... It's not bad, then. Maxi's still playing amazing. I don't think he's really... he could probably win Most Improved maybe this year.
Maybe.
Buddy Hield's contract... He expires at the end of 2024. He's UFA. So now he's going to have to get paid. So I guess they're trying to make an extra push for the playoffs. But so they must be expecting Embiid to come back then.
I guess
They wouldn't make that trade, I don't think. And honestly, they get rid of Marcus Morris and Kirk Maz, just role players for a decent.
Yeah.
I love Kork Maz, though.
Freaking Kork Maz has been trying to get off the Sixers for the last 5 years. They finally trade him, and he gets waived instantly.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Who do you think resigns him? I don't even know.
I don't know if anybody does.
Yeah, he kind of sucks.
Well, he was in the NBA.
I could ball up on him. But the Sixers also give up 3 second-round picks in this trade. I don't like that. I don't know about 3 seconds.
I mean, for they got rid of the players they got aren't the best.
Yeah.
So the picks, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
I think that's fine.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. We're not gonna talk about Daniel House getting traded
for nothing. Yeah.
For nothing. That was stupid. Gordon Hayward to the Thunder.
Yeah.
I like this trade for the Thunder.
Yeah.
They had another key piece. They're hot right now.
Mm-hmm.
They had another guy who Shea can pass to.
Yep.
And, average not 30, but average 15.
Yeah.
15 points a game. That's
he's a solid 17, 18 points per game.
And I mean they didn't give up much. Trey Mann,
Davis
Bertans.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna even try and pronounce the third guy's name. It's Vasily Mikic.
Oh yeah.
Definitely pronounce and then draft compensation. I don't think that's a terrible trade for the Thunder.
No.
Giving up draft compensation for them is fucking giving up a nickel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
With the Thunder, I like this move for them, but they should have done more. I think if any year they were to win a chip, it's this year. I don't know how they're going to do in the years to come, but they're so hot right now. I think they should have tried to trade for another big, a Clint Capella.
Well, they have so many picks.
Yeah.
Why not make a move like that? Why not make a move like a Clint Capella or just another big man, right?
Yeah, I was going to say Clint Capella or a Lowry Markkanen, someone like that, a big that can help. Because right now, the backup center, I'm pretty sure, I looked at the depth chart, and I'm pretty sure the backup center is Jalen Williams.
Yeah,
He's 6'9",
yeah,
6'10".
He's more like a 4.
Yeah, no. They don't have another center, really. So if they could have gotten, Clint Capella for a first, give a first or 2 firsts even. You have 16 in the next 4 years.
Yeah. That's what I'm what are they going to do with all those picks? You can't draft players and then...
I mean, they can, but
but then they can't sign them because there's roster caps, right?
Yeah.
So... We're just gonna have to see what the Thunder are cooking. I think they're gonna do well in the playoffs. I don't know about winning the chip.
I don't think so.
I don't really know who's gonna come out of the West right now. Probably the Nuggets, because just Jokic gets hotter in the playoffs. And
I think
they're really good.
It could be the Nuggets, maybe the Clippers.
Clippers too. I think it's gonna be a battle between those 3.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anyone else really.
It's a bunch of people who had our pick that we traded for Kelly. So. Okay. I'm fine with that.
Mavs add Daniel Gafford. I like this trade for
Big.
the Mavs.
That's big.
They get a big, literally. Dwight Powell still needs help. He still kind of is mid. So I like this trade for the Mavs. I really.
What did they give up?
Rashawn Holmes, which he's like meh.
He used to be decent, but now he's.
Yeah, I think Daniel Gafford's a better player. I think
I definitely would say that. Yeah.
And then draft compensation. That's just extra little stuff to throw in there.
Yeah.
Sweeten the deal probably a little bit for the Mavs.
Yeah, I think. I guess Gafford's probably on an expiring contract too, because I don't know why they would just give him up.
Let's see.
Plus they're probably. I assume they're trying to tank at this point because they're just really bad.
Yeah.
Jordan Poole 0 for 5 shots, fouls out. Like he's just.
Is he still on your fantasy team?
Yeah, he is, but whatever.
So Gafford actually expires in 2026.
Oh, so they really are just trying to tank then?
Yeah, they are just trying to tank.
I mean,
The
fair enough, I guess.
Wizards have sucked since 2010. After
when they had John Wall and Beal in the playoffs.
They've been mid.
Anyways, I think it's a good trade for the Mavericks because they need bigs and they need defense.
Yeah, because Luka's
okay.
The fact that he's not in the MVP conversation is still kind of surprising to me.
Yeah, no, I think he should be for sure.
I think he's fourth. Obviously, I think Canadian bias. I think Shea should win the MVP.
Yeah. Right now, it's either Shea or Yoke.
Yeah. 1 second, man. There's music playing. No, I think Yoke is one on in Vegas betting and stuff.
Probably.
So makes sense. I mean, he can't stop Jokic.
We just need a guard to win MVP again.
That's what I want. I'm tired of the bigs.
I like Giannis.
Yeah,
but Giannis and then Jokic and then Embiid.
It was gonna be Embiid this year again had he not got injured, but
he's not gonna play enough games.
Yeah. Ben's got a whole spiel on that rule. He doesn't like that. Moving on, Knicks. I think the Knicks are getting good. I think they can make a deep playoff push for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Adding Bojan and Alec Burks.
Bojan Bogdanovic and Alec Burks. And they got rid of Listum.
Evan Fournier, Malachi Flynn, shout out Raptors. Quentin Grimes. What is that? Ryan Artachino and 2 second-round picks.
You don't know Ryan Arcidiacono?
My fault.
Bulls legend. He's a legend.
Bulls legend?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta get better in my NBA history.
I love Ryan Arcidiacono.
Yeah?
He just plays with the power of friendship, He's one of those players.
Yeah.
He's just a vibes guy.
Good locker room guy.
Good vibes guy.
Yeah.
So, hey, Detroit's getting their guy, They got Arcidiacono.
Yep.
And then they got mid, Malachi Flynn.
Yep.
They got Quentin Grimes, he can dunk. And then they got, who's the last? Oh, yeah, Fournier. Bad contract.
Don't look up Fournier. Don't do it.
Don't do it. He can sometimes shoot.
Yep. You can just tell the
Detroit's
Pistons,
just trying to get the season done.
Yeah, they're in kind of a not similar boat as the Raptors, but kind of similar boat as the Raptors, where
Raptors are
selling.
They're kind of in between playoffs and rebuild. Playoffs or Pistons.
Yeah, they're done.
They're done.
But yeah, I think the Knicks are getting good. They're adding depth.
Mm-hmm.
I like Alec Burks a lot.
Yeah.
I like his play.
Yeah.
Great passer.
Back on the Knicks.
Yeah, he can kind of shoot.
He can't escape Tibbs.
And Bojan, they had just a 3-and-D kind of guy.
Yeah, which is someone they need with that team. But I think they're one of the better teams in the East now.
Since trading for beloved OG Anunoby, they've been insane.
Yeah,
I think they have the best record since New Year's.
In between trading for OG and him getting hurt, I think they were 11-3 or something.
Insane.
Yeah.
But I think they're third in the East right now.
Yeah, something like that.
I think that the Knicks are looking good. I think they can make a good playoff push. I don't know about winning the East because
there's just so many stacked teams.
Yeah, Celtics,
Bucks,
mm-hmm. Brooklyn Nets, Toronto Raptors. You already know.
Those last two I'm not too sure about, but
speaking of the Brooklyn Nets and Toronto Raptors trade for Spencer Dinwiddie.
Yeah, let's go. We got Spencer Dinwiddie.
Oh wait, And he got waived.
Oh, right. Who did we give up again?
Dennis Schroeder.
Oh, I liked him.
Yeah, I liked him too. And Thaddeus Young. I liked him too.
Masai. $1.5 million. Why couldn't we just give that out to him? Dinwiddie. Them getting rid of Dinwiddie shows to me that I don't think they're actually trying to win this year.
No.
Because
I think this proves that management is just trying to get this season over with.
Yeah. In fairness, Dinwiddie this season hasn't been super good, but he's still
he was really good on he was on the Mavericks, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he was good with the Mavericks and stuff. So give him a shot. We always seem to make players better.
Yep.
And I understand you want to probably give Emmanuel quickly more time and stuff.
Yeah. It's good to have rotations, though.
Then get rid of Gary Trent or move him to the bench.
Yeah.
I'm tired of Gary Trent. He's going to be a free agent anyways.
We got rid of our backup point guard for nothing then.
Yeah.
So our backup point guard now is going to be Grady Dick or Scotty Barnes. Okay.
Yeah, I don't really understand this move. I get it kind of for cap space reasons, but other than that, it makes kind of no sense to me. Thad Young, he's old. He wasn't amazing, but he was a vet. Good backup, power forward. And when Pirtle was hurt, yes, we lost a lot of games, but it's not really his fault. He was playing decent.
It was like him and Dante Porter.
Oh man, that was a bad time. I barely watched.
I love Jakob Pirtle. He's back.
Moving on from Raptors propaganda because our management. I could go on and on.
Yep.
Mavs get PJ Washington too. I like this trade. I think I like PJ Washington. I think he adds again size and defense to a struggling size and defense kind of Mavericks team.
The only problem is what they had to give up, which is one of their better defenders.
Yeah, Grant Williams. Yeah. I don't know about that. I like Grant Williams. He was good on the Celtics.
Yeah. I guess they're just trying to go,
Seth Curry.
Just trying to outscore them, just score 200 points.
Yeah, Luka will drop 100 probably.
Yeah, while the opponent drops 100, they drop 150. So.
Yeah. Seth Curry, he bounces around the league all the time. So, I'm not really if I'm the Mavs, I'm not too upset about giving him up. He's just kind of a key guard in any team. Yeah. He can kind of fit anywhere.
His brother's cool.
But again, he's alright.
Yeah.
He's alright. His shoes are kind of cool. But the Mavs also giving up a first-round pick in this trade.
That was a weird one.
I don't get that. You're already giving up your best defender on the team.
Yep.
And a decent guard, decent shooter. A guy who averaged...
I guess you don't really need that good of a shooter if you have Kyrie and Luka, but...
Yeah, so that it makes sense to get rid of Seth Curry, but then you either try and just get Grant Williams and Seth Curry.
Yep.
Or Seth Curry at a first.
Yeah.
I don't giving up both Grant and a first. I feel like that's kind of like a double entendre.
Yeah. I guess they're just trying to push for playoffs big time so that first isn't that valuable.
Yeah.
Just because, that team, it's really good offensively, but defensively...
Yep. We'll just have to see where it goes, though. I think the Mavs,
they're bringing in Gafford.
And
help.
PJ Washington. PJ Washington's taller than Grant Williams. I think he's 6'7". Grant's 6'4", 6'5". So maybe that extra bit of size and that extra bit of wingspan will help on the perimeter and the interior because Luka can't really play amazing defense. He's alright, but and Kyrie, again, alright defenders, but not amazing. No. So I like the trade for the Mavs. I kind of like it for both teams.
Yeah.
I think the Hornets got more out of this trade.
The Hornets are just a joke team right now, honestly. I like watching the Hornets. They're very entertaining.
It's like watching...
Because, LaMelo's really fun, and Miles Bridges can dunk really cool. I don't endorse him. I just... He looks cool when he plays basketball. Anyways.
It's kind of watching the... the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah, they just have fun.
Except they lose to the Washington Generals every time.
Yeah.
And they don't win. It's because the Washington Generals are actually an NBA team.
Yeah.
But I love watching LaMelo make those pretty passes. It's
just a little behind the back alley-oop, windmill dunk from Bridges,
It's like if Magic Johnson was on a really horrible team.
Pretty much, yeah.
Just making passes to nobodies.
Davis Bertans is gonna get iced out in a second.
Yep.
He's probably already dripped out.
Oh, you already know.
Yeah.
Moving on, Bucks getting Pat Bev. I like this.
Yeah.
You were kind of... I remember we first talked about it. You were kind of like, I don't know.
Well, yeah, it's just because I'm not sure how they're going to run their lineups then, because does that mean Dame's going to be the shooting guard? Or are they just going to have him off the bench?
I would assume...
Or Pat Bev off the bench, I mean?
Pat Bev probably off the bench. Or Pat Bev at the 2, maybe? Let Dame run the point, and then Pat Bev at the 2.
I think they would have Pat at the 1 and Dame at the 2, just because Dame is a better shooter, so
yeah.
you can get him off ball.
I feel like Dame's a better facilitator, though, low-key.
Well, he can bring a ball up the court as a 2, though.
True.
And then Pat Bev would just guard, like, Trae Young or whatever.
Yeah, I think this is a really good trade for a struggling Bucks team.
What did they give up?
Cameron Payne, who he was okay on the Suns.
Yeah.
You don't really hear much of him anymore.
I kind of forgot that he was even on that team.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't even know he was on the Bucks. So he was like, okay, and then a second. So yeah. I think this is just a fair trade.
I think it's pretty equal. Yeah. I think the Bucks probably got a little bit better out of it than like the other team, but like.
And Doc Rivers gets his boy Pat Bev back.
Yeah, it's a dog. He's a dog.
That team though, they're not looking good. I think
Bucks.
they're like 1-4 in the last 5 games. Like they for a team that has Damian Lillard and Giannis, that's not good to be 1-4 in the last 5. Like they haven't done that since I think before Giannis. Or probably like when Giannis was really young.
They're not playing Thanasis enough.
Yeah, that's why.
Thanasis Antetokounmpo for MVP. That's
2024?
Every year.
Yeah.
Every year.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
I like this trade for the Bucks though. I think it just makes them a little bit better.
They get a little bit better, yeah. Better defensively, which is what they need, so.
Yeah, I think they just got to make it to the playoffs, to be honest.
Yeah.
They make playoffs. I think Giannis goes crazy. Dame's got the ice in him, so it's pretty good. Yeah. I think it's a pretty good trade.
Solid.
I mean, Pacers get Doug McDermott. Who cares?
See, honestly, I didn't even know he'd left the Pacers, so. Okay.
The Bucks give up some cap space.
Yep.
Clear some cap space with giving up Robin Lopez for some cash. Okay.
He got waived immediately.
Blockbuster trade. Portland Trailblazers get Delonis Banton.
That's not even how I say his name. Delano
Banton. Oh, my bad. I always thought it was my fault. Delano Banton. I think that's, blockbuster.
What did the Celtics get in that again?
Heavily protected second round pick.
Wow.
So they basically gave Delano Banton up for nothing.
Did he get waived? I think he might have.
He could have. Let's see.
Also the Blazers, though. Like
they kind of suck.
Yeah.
And then that's really it for the NBA trade deadline.
Those are like there's like a few ones, like the Daniel House one. That was just.
Utah Watanabe went back to the Grizzlies. Raptors ledge. I love Utah Watanabe, especially when he got yammed on by Anthony Edwards.
Yep.
I remember watching that live.
Just. Oh.
Damn!
And then the Suns got Royce O'Neal in that trade, right?
That's not a bad thing for the Suns. I mean, they're gonna be good. I guess that's another team in the West that could probably make a deep playoff push is the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah. It just depends on if they're healthy and if they don't choke.
Yeah.
Because, they have the talent. They got, Kevin and Bradley and all that. But...
Yeah, Kevin, Bradley, Book.
Yeah.
But, yeah, let's see it.
Is Bol Bol still on the Suns?
He could be. He might be.
I love Bol Bol. Kind of lazy, but, hey, you're tall, so whatever.
He currently plays for the Phoenix Suns.
Okay.
Phoenix Suns. Okay. He played 10 minutes last night.
Oof.
Or on the 5th, when he got, 4 points.
Nice.
Probably 2 layups. You already know. Bol Bol, classic.
Yeah, ledge.
But that's really it for the NBA trade deadline.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy.
There's a few solid ones,
but I mean, yeah, like we said, I think honestly, teams sold the teams that were supposed to sell sold.
Mm-hmm.
Raptors, Pistons, like
the contending teams didn't really do much because they're already contending, like the Clippers and them. Like,
well, they already made their trade early on in the year for Harden and stuff. So
like they don't need to do anything. So they're just chilling.
And the teams that I think like the Bucks and stuff like that, I feel like they got better adding Bucks adding Pat Bev. Mm-hmm. Celtics adding some pieces like Xavier Tillman.
It was basically just all of the bad teams giving up their better players to like tank, and then all the good teams getting those good players. So
getting better players.
Yeah.
Overall, it's a decent trade deadline.
Pretty decent.
Everyone's saying it's horrible. Pay attention.
Yeah.
Read.
No. Read.
Do your research, bud. Because I did not.
No. No.
Now, what are we going to talk about, Ben?
Now, we're talking about NFL awards.
Yep.
Because that happened. It did happen the night we were supposed to originally record, but
battery died.
Yeah, but the battery died.
My fault, guys.
Yeah.
So it was pretty good though.
It was entertaining.
The awards.
Did you see Keegan-Michael Key's speech?
No, I did not.
It was pretty funny.
Was it?
Yeah.
You want to quote it?
Nah, not really.
Okay.
He was just making fun of teams like the Cowboys, how they can't play in the playoffs. Anyways,
we'll start off. We want to start off with Coach of the Year. Coach of the Year.
Coach of the Year.
Browns.
I got that right.
Yep.
I don't have any Brown stuff on, but Kevin Stefanski. Goated. Did you get it right, Jacob?
No, I did not.
You did not.
No, I said Matt LaFleur. He wasn't even in the running.
Nope.
So I put Stefanski at 2. So I was a little right, but we move on. We move forward. I think Stefanski does deserve it though.
Yeah.
Browns did great at the award show.
Him and D'Amico actually did you see the voting?
Yeah, so they tied.
They were tied for first places, but Kevin had more second place votes.
He only had one more though, right?
No, it was a few more.
Oh, really?
He won by I think 11 points.
Damn.
Which is really close.
Yep.
And it was Dan Campbell third, but
yeah.
That's fair.
And then your assistant coach won too. Your defensive coordinator.
We were just raking in the awards. Assistant coach of the year.
I mean,
Jim Schwartz.
We didn't talk about that on the pod, but I didn't
even know that was an award that was being given out.
But I think, he deserves it. He coached the best defense in the league.
I was gonna say it was either him or Baltimore's, but
yeah. I would say though
with the injuries.
Yeah, I was gonna say with the Browns' injuries, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Comeback player of the year. I think this is crazy. Surprised everyone.
This one shocked me.
I'm pretty sure
you got it right.
I said Joe Flacco number 1 because I said honorable mention Damar Hamlin.
You did say that.
Flacco, Joey Flack.
I was just shocked. Yeah. Honestly, we were giggling when we found out that he won because, obviously it was how we graded it or how he graded it anyways. With he didn't
Hold on. Time out. I gotta grab a computer charger.
Okay.
You can keep talking. Now it's him talking.
Yes, I'm talking. But I think it's just crazy because Damar Hamlin died, heart stopped, But what did he do on the field? Played 5 snaps on the year, tried to get a fake punt in the playoffs, I think. So, didn't really do anything while Joe Flacco came back from just, sitting on the couch. And then he had a nice little gross season when he came back for the Browns. So, I guess this is how they were grading it because, clearly they weren't grading it on severity because Damar Hamlin passed away. And Joe Flacco was sleeping, he was chilling. So, I picked Damar Hamlin, but I'm fine with Joey Flack winning that because that's just another award for Cleveland Browns, 3 so far. But yeah.
Sorry about that. I am back. Had to check the phone. Gotta plug in my PC.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that. Defensive Rookie of the Year. We both picked Jalen Carter.
Yeah, I picked Jalen Carter. I thought he might have done a little bit more, but he also started the season off really slow. Yeah. So I'm perfectly I'm not surprised.
I don't think it's a snub for
not
Jalen
at all.
Carter.
Not at all.
And I don't think this is a robbery for Will Anderson.
No.
I think Will Anderson had a great season throughout. He really improved that Texans defense.
Yeah.
So, just overall, like, great pick for the Texans. They had a great draft, clearly. Because we also got the Offensive Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
Had an amazing year. I think we both...
I picked C.J. I think you did.
Yeah, I think I put C.J. and then Puka at 2.
Which...
This one was pretty obvious. I think it could have been...
It could have been Puka.
If C.J... That's the thing, though. I think if C.J. doesn't bring his team to the playoffs, I think Puka easily wins it. But the fact that C.J. brought his team to the playoffs, and yes, it's not a playoff award, but he did beat the Browns. So I think that may have played a little bit of a factor, maybe not necessarily. But again, I think taking the team just to the playoffs, a team that was horrible last year.
They were projected to go for like 2 wins, or no, they had 2 wins last year. They were projected to have like 4. People were saying that C.J. Stroud would be like the 3rd or 4th best quarterback in the draft class. That's absolutely insane. I remember, like we said last week, we thought that C.J. was the best, and he ended up going 2. Which, I mean, I'm glad that happened, because if he was in Carolina, R.I.P. my boy. That would have been horrible.
He would have thrown to Adam Thielen.
Adam Thielen and...
Is Austin Hooper their tight end?
They got Jonathan Mingo.
Johnny Mingo.
Like, whatever.
But I think this Texans team, future's bright. I think really nothing...
But Puka, I think he should have possibly won it.
Yeah,
maybe.
That's the thing.
He had like the greatest receiver season ever.
For a rookie.
For a rookie, But
CJ had an amazing season.
CJ also had one of the best rookie quarterback seasons.
And plays the harder position. I would say quarterback is easier. Easily harder than wide receiver. So, well deserved. Next, we got another Cleveland Brown defensive
4 for 4
defensive player of the year,
Myles Garrett.
Yeah. And if you watching this right now are saying it should have been T.J. Watt or Micah Parsons, get out! You're wrong.
There's the door, bitch.
There it is. It's right there.
I think, honestly, I remember in our rankings last week, I had TJ 3. I don't even think he should have been 3.
No, really.
Know who's underrated? Max Crosby.
Yeah.
I think, really, honestly, if anybody were to win other than Miles, could have been Max Crosby.
Yeah.
Just because he was crazy. But I still think Myles Garrett was a decoy. I picked him to win, and I was right.
Yep, I picked him to win too. I think it was just a smart choice.
Yeah.
I saw Micah tweet out and basically say Miles deserves it. And he had...
Did you see what TJ tweeted?
Or JJ, it was JJ that tweeted, didn't he?
No, TJ.
TJ also tweeted?
Yeah.
What did TJ tweet?
Before the awards ceremony, TJ Watt tweeted out, because they find out the awards a little bit ahead of time.
Yeah.
TJ Watt tweeted, I'm used to this. He basically said something like, nothing new to me. Wow. My boy, you already have a decoy. You already have been All-Pro. Yeah. How many times? How many like All-Star, All-Pro, all that shit?
Variety. And Miles,
you've already won the award.
Yeah.
Non-deservedly, might I add. Neither here nor there. You didn't deserve it this year. Yeah. You were 3rd or 4th.
Yep. Fair. JJ also said that, he said that Miles deserved it. But he's like, what else could have TJ done? I don't know, man. Get high, beat Miles in the other stats other than sacks.
Yeah.
Miles had better PFF grade stats than TJ, clearly.
Yeah.
And for those of you, again, if you don't like PFF, there's the door. It's real stats. It's real...
It's analytics.
It's completely... you can't just look at a number of sacks.
If you look at the eye test, you might say it would either be TJ or Max Crosby.
Yeah.
Which... I mean, fair, if that's how you're grading it.
Yeah.
But that's not how you should grade it.
Yeah.
Because that's not the whole game. But other than that, I think it should have easily been Miles. And he won it, thankfully, so let's go.
It was fair. Offensive Rookie of the Year, or Offensive Player of the Year. I think this is no surprise.
No surprise, really.
CMC, CMC, great season. Yeah, I mean, what else can you really say about Christian McCaffrey?
He was just him.
He's just him.
Like
run, catch. He threw last year. I'm expecting.
He had a passing touchdown or
I'm
two.
expecting him in this game, the Super Bowl probably coming up.
Maybe
to throw a pass. Low key.
Yeah.
I think I could see it happen. Them running a little trick play. But just overall, great season from CMC. Well
if
deserved.
anybody else were to win it, it should have been Tyreek.
Yep. But
and I mean, I think he was second in the voting, so fair.
Yep.
Like that's perfectly reasonable.
Yeah, I think this award fair.
Lastly.
Yep.
We both got this one wrong. Don't think I should have been wrong.
No.
But anyways, most valuable player, Lamar Jackson. I mean, he was probably the most valuable quarterback in the league, but he wasn't the most valuable player in the league. No.
If you look at his stats, even like I don't know, he was the most valuable quarterback, but statistically didn't really have that great of a quarterback season.
Not really. He was similar to like a Myles Garrett. Like statistically, it wasn't great, but the impact he actually had.
Watch film. That's the thing. You gotta watch film on these guys. And I think Micah said that about Myles. You can't just look at the stats. Yeah. You gotta watch the film of these players. Yeah. You gotta see the impact. Myles gets double teamed every single play. Mm-hmm. He's obviously not gonna get every single he's not gonna break the sack record because, again, he gets doubled. How can he get a sack every game?
And people they have to game plan around Lamar running the ball. They always have to have people spying him in the middle of the field, which leaves people open, or they just blitz extra people, which leaves other people open.
Yep.
You have to game plan around Lamar Jackson, and he still was putting up numbers. So, if anybody other than who we picked with Christian McCaffrey,
I think
anybody else, it should have been Lamar. Yeah, I still think it should have been Christian because I think he was more impactful overall than Lamar.
Yeah.
But MVP is a quarterback award.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that it was Lamar Jackson.
Yep. It's fair. Fair's fair. Whatever. We live on. We move on. Hopefully there's another quarterback, Jordan Love, that has an amazing season and wins MVP next year. But we'll wait and see. Maybe Deshaun will win it, or if he makes it to the end of the season next year. Anyways. Now,
speaking of moving on,
we're talking about the bowl, the big one.
Number 58. 48? 58.
I don't know. It could be 48. I think it is 58.
58.
I think we've
Super Bowl 58.
Kansas City Chiefs at San Francisco 49ers.
It's the Taylor Bowl. Let's go! Taylor Swift! Do you think she's going to make it?
To the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
She's going to make it. She has to make it.
Yeah.
The NFL will make sure she makes it. They will give her their jet. Roger Goodell will give her his jet to fly.
It's going to be ready. It's going to be ready in Japan after the show.
Recently fueled, prepped tires.
Oh yeah.
Everything. Everything's going to be perfect. They are getting her to that Super Bowl.
I think if anything, she's just going to rush up. She's going to hurry through that concert. Be like, all right, guys, let's wrap this up.
And the thing is, they're going to understand.
Well, yeah.
They're going to cheer her on probably to go
for her man.
For her man.
Mm-hmm.
She don't need no man. Anyways, let's be honest. Boring Super Bowl. I'm not cheering for anybody.
It's just the same old,
Let's talk about picks, though. Who you picking? And why?
You go first.
All right. So, in my family, a lot of people are cheering for the Niners.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not cheering for anybody, as I stated, but I think the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl. Here's why. Number one, the NFL wants it. They want the Taylor Bowl. They want it. They'll get so much money out of it. I know. Is the NFL scripted? We don't really know. Who knows? If it is, it's yeah. I think it's gonna be the Chiefs. If
I say anything, I'll get fined.
Yeah, basically. I don't want to be hunted down by Roger. So Patrick Mahomes is a different breed in the playoffs.
Yep.
He still has been. He, time after time, can throw to anybody on the field, and somehow it lands in their hands, and somehow he gets it out. So I think he's the X factor in this game for sure.
Oh yeah.
And I think I also think the Chiefs' defense has been rolling. Yeah. I think statistically on paper, not statistically, on paper, the Niners defense, with the names they have, Bosa, Young, Warner, they are the better team.
Yep.
They are the better defensive unit. But if you look at the last couple games, the Niners haven't been that good. They let up 100 yards with Aaron Jones. They really didn't have a great run defense against the Lions, and they ran a lot of trick plays and stuff. And I expect the Chiefs are known for running trick plays.
Yeah.
So I expect the Chiefs to come out and run a lot of trick run plays and run through this Niners defense. They're bad at the edge, on edge runs. That's where Aaron Jones thrived in that game. And I just think overall the Chiefs are hot right now. I think the Niners are looking a little not bad, but not playing to the level they should be. I think that the Packers game, in the eyes of objectively a football fan, I think that game was way too close for them. I think that they should have whooped the Lions, and they only lost because of coaching decisions.
Yep.
And now they're going to a team against the Patrick Mahomes team, but a guy who has tons of experience against one of the greatest coaches of all time, and a team that knows how to run the ball with Isaiah Pacheco's having an amazing season. A team that knows how to run it, and a team that knows how to run trick plays. The Lions ran all over him with Amon-Ra and Williams and David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. They were all over the place, and the Niners didn't really seem like they could stop it. No. So I think the Chiefs are going to come in here, and I think they're going to dominate. I think the Niners are going to get some points, and I think McCaffrey's going to have a great game. But I think Mahomes is going to come out, and he's going to prove why he's the best quarterback in this league, and he's tired of the hate and everything, because his team's kind of surrounded by this Taylor Swift Bowl. And if you take that away, I think a lot of people would kind of realize that the Chiefs are the clear winner in this game. But you never know. Niners are a good team. Brock Purdy's been hot, but my personal pick, I think it's going to be the Chiefs to win this one. And I'll say a score prediction. I'll say 31-17 Chiefs.
Wow, big win.
I think it's going to be a big win.
Big win.
What about you, Ben? What are you thinking?
Well, I don't know if you've heard this. Did you know that Taylor Swift's, her lucky number, her favorite number, do you know what that number is?
What is it?
13.
Okay.
If you think about it, Super Bowl 58.
Yep.
Think about it. What's 5 plus 8?
13.
Okay. All I'm saying is, the date of the Super Bowl, it's February 11th, 2/11. What's 2 plus 11?
13, Ben.
13, right? The Chiefs are playing the San Francisco 49ers. What's 4 plus 9?
13.
13. And not only that, also, the 49ers in the NFC, they're the 1 seed. The Chiefs in the AFC are the 3 seed. 13. 13. Taylor Swift's favorite number is 13, which is why I'm picking number 13, Brock Purdy and the 49ers to get the W. 49ers are getting the win. Close game. Big game. Brock Purdy getting the W at the Taylor Bowl. Everyone's fans, all these fans, the Swift fans, hopes are getting destroyed by that little beautiful boy, Brock Purdy.
Emma Rosella's dreams crushed.
My sister, she's going to be crying because Brock Purdy and Nick Bosa are going to have a game.
Yep.
Christian McCaffrey, at least 1 touchdown. Bet on that.
Yep.
It's over.
It's fair.
It is going to be a 49ers W.
Yep.
And
fair
I
enough.
think that everybody's talking about, Taylor Swift is Travis Kelce isn't going to propose. He's not going to get that proposal off. It's not going to happen.
Brock Purdy's going to propose to Pat.
You never know. I have a score prediction. I think it's going to be 34-27 for the San Francisco 49ers.
Fair enough, Ben.
Roll Niners. Bang, bang, Niners gang. They have to win. I think that this is their game to lose. Yeah. On paper, McCaffrey, Debo, Ayuk, Purdy, Kittle.
Trent.
Is Trent playing?
He is playing.
He's playing. Trent's back. Trent's back.
Yeah.
Fred Warner, Boza, Young. Young's been kind of mid, but we don't talk about that. Armstead. Like, you can keep going. Yeah. Their kicker's gross. Their fullback is gross.
Jake Moody.
They got Juszczyk.
Juicy Juice.
His wife's making the coats. It's over. There's gonna be such an audience for this game, and all the Swifties are gonna be in it. They're gonna be watching this.
Okay.
Adamantly.
Fair enough. Roll Niners, I guess.
Niners.
I don't know if they can see the banner. Wait.
Roll Niners. Let's go.
A little bit of straying away from the game of the actual Super Bowl.
Yep.
Who's Usher bringing out?
Oh, the halftime show.
Yep.
I am honestly, at first I wasn't super excited. I mean, Usher, I feel like it could have gotten bigger names.
I feel like it's hard to one up last year's with
Riri.
She
was kind of fire.
And the year before that with like Fiddy, Dre.
I thought
Kendrick.
one was kind of meh. I think there should have been less people in that one.
Yeah.
There should have been less people. The halftime show, I feel like there should be at most like 3 people.
3 or 4, yeah.
Yeah. But like they had, 5 people plus 1 guest. It was just too much going on.
Yeah.
The stage was kind of
meh.
Yeah. Riri's last year, fire. The one before, the Snoop Dogg one with The Weeknd. Oh my god. So fire. The one before that was the one with like J-Lo and Shakira.
My favorite one, Katy Perry with the Sharks.
With Lenny Kravitz too. That one was good.
But who do you think Usher's bringing out? There was already one announced, right? It was.
I don't know if it's fully announced or if it's like alleged. I'm not sure where the sources are.
It was a girl, right? Who was it?
Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys, yeah.
I love her.
I like Alicia Keys. It could be a good performance.
Yeah. But normally they don't announce like people beforehand. So I was saying, I think there's gonna be a special guest. Jay Bieber! Bro, Biebs. We need Biebs at this halftime show.
He performed. He hasn't performed live in like a year and a half, and then he performed at the All-Star game recently.
At NHL, yeah.
He was getting his voice warmed up for this big
event.
Big show.
I think we need Justin Bieber. I just love Justin Bieber.
I love Justin Bieber.
I used to hate him.
I think we all did.
We all hate when we were kids. No one really.
Oh, because like who's
like the girls liked him.
Yeah, it's like baby.
But now.
Love.
I gotta be bumping that.
Yeah.
Baby and like boyfriend.
Even his new stuff, bro. Like
some of his new songs are pretty. Yeah.
Stay's a banger.
He's got some bangers now too.
So.
I think the halftime show. Overall, Usher. I mean, I like some Usher songs. You could have gotten someone maybe a bit better, but like. Fine with it.
I think Usher too. I think he makes it a good performance.
Yeah, Usher's a big performer guy.
Yeah, so I think it'll be a fun Super Bowl thing.
I think it'll be a very good event overall. Yeah. The game, the halftime show.
Yeah,
super entertaining.
Obviously, everyone wanted to see Lions and Ravens, but I think you gotta get what you get, and you don't get upset, guys. Mm-hmm. Okay, this is the Super Bowl we get. I'm still gonna muck some chili.
I think we could play drinking game too.
We could get some drinks.
Everybody, all of our fans, if you're legal, you should play this drinking game because this would be really fun. During the NFL game.
Yep, Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl. Every time Taylor Swift is either shown on the broadcast or mentioned in the broadcast, take a drink. You will be done by the end of the night.
I bet you.
It will be a great night for you guys.
Take a drink.
Take a drink. It will be a great night, great game, great halftime show, perhaps.
I hope it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be fun no matter what. We'll see what happens. Yeah. I think it's going to be a great game.
Yeah.
Let's get both really good offenses.
Yeah.
And really good defenses.
Yeah.
I think offense is going to shine, though. I think offense is definitely going to shine.
I think it's going to be a scoring game.
Nah, Patrick Mahomes 4 interceptions.
49ers.
And Jordan Love gets signed. 69 passing yards.
Nice. All right. Anyways, we're gonna wrap it up for today.
That's it.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. Thank you to all of our fans. We
Wherever
appreciate
you
you guys. Wherever you are.
In the world.
In the world.
It could be anywhere.
Wherever you are. We appreciate you guys. We will see you guys next Friday. When we record on time.
On time.
That is our bad, guys. We apologize sincerely.
Yep.
We will charge the camera battery.
I'm gonna charge it right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna charge it right now.
We will be here. We'll be seeing you guys next week on Friday. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
Thanks, guys.
This has been
We're
Talkin'.